Hello my dear fashion enthusiasts. I'm delighted to have you back for a new runway breakdown. Today we head to Paris to discover the Mugler Spring Summer 2025 show. The atmosphere stands out immediately with a darker, more controlled energy, and very quickly I have to say something really draws me in. Everything feels more contained, almost suspended, as if the show is deliberately holding back its intensity. From the very first silhouettes, you can tell the direction is different. There's no unnecessary tension, no need to overdo it, and that's exactly what I find interesting here. The approach feels instinctive but also highly controlled. Casey Cadwallader knows the house perfectly, and you'll feel throughout the show how that control shapes the entire narrative. He's not trying to repeat the past, he's truly trying to evolve it. A clear attitude gradually takes shape, with a femininity that remains very sensual, but more contained, almost internalized. And to me, that's where it becomes interesting. The silhouettes move with fluidity, they feel natural, but you can sense there is always a very precise intention behind them. Nothing is left to chance. What I particularly appreciate is this ability to create something very strong without ever falling into excess. Structured jackets, fluid tailoring, sculpted dresses, everything is built on a very controlled logic. And you'll feel it, that sense of clarity that emerges, as if everything is exactly where it should be. But this apparent softness is not empty. And that's where the show really gains depth. The construction is extremely thoughtful. Cadwallader draws from the Mugler archives, but he doesn't get trapped in them. He blends that architectural heritage with a more organic, almost living approach, and that's precisely where the show shifts. Because it never falls into easy nostalgia. Everything is transformed, reinterpreted with subtlety, and that's what works here. The volumes gradually gain presence. The materials interact without ever clashing, and little by little a contrast emerges. On one side, strong structure. On the other, something more fluid, more free. And that dialogue gives real depth to the collection. Even in the details, everything remains controlled. Nothing is there to overdo it. Floral constructions, material contrasts, sculpted textures, everything is carefully balanced. And personally, I really appreciate that restraint. This is fashion you feel, something that settles in, rather than something that tries to impose itself immediately. The show moves forward without disruption, without any moment breaking the rhythm. And that's also interesting because everything feels designed as a continuous flow. You'll feel that sense of progression, very smooth, almost natural. But with a bit of distance, I do have a question. This more contained, more controlled direction, could it eventually limit Mugler's impact? Because the identity of the house is also built on a sense of excess, of power, almost a visual shock. And here everything is more controlled, more restrained. And even if I find that very interesting, there are moments where I wish it pushed a bit further, where the tension went even higher. At the same time, a real balance is taking shape. The heritage is clearly respected, but it evolves. And above all, something essential comes back to the center: desire. A real desire to wear these clothes, to step into this world without needing to overdo it. What do you think? Does this more controlled vision resonate with you? Or do you prefer a more dramatic, more radical Mugler? Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching this breakdown with me. I'll see you very soon for another analysis. I wish you an excellent viewing for the rest of the show. Take care, and stay inspired.